You keep thinking there's going to be a moment where everything finally makes sense, where you understand why it ended, why they acted like that, why things fell apart, and somehow that understanding will give you peace. Like there's a final scene your brain is waiting for. A clean explanation. A satisfying ending. Emotional clarity delivered on time. But instead, what you get is confusion, mixed signals, and a bunch of unanswered questions that refuse to sit quietly. So you replay everything. What they said, what they didn't say. That one moment that felt off. That one message you read 10 times like it contains hidden meaning. You try to connect the dots, hoping one day it'll all click. Because your brain believes closure is something you receive. Like it's out there, waiting to be given to you by the person who caused the confusion in the first place. And that's where the problem starts. Because most endings in real life don't come with explanations. People leave without clarity. Situations end without neat conclusions. And sometimes, the person who hurt you doesn't even fully understand their own behavior. So you're left there, waiting for an answer that might never come, and your brain hates that. It's wired to complete patterns. It wants a beginning, middle, and end. When something feels unfinished, it keeps looping. It replays, analyzes, questions, not because it enjoys it, but because it's trying to resolve something that feels incomplete. That's why you feel stuck. Not because you need more information, but because your brain refuses to accept the lack of it. And here's the uncomfortable part. Even if you did get an explanation, it probably wouldn't fix anything. Because closure isn't really about knowing what happened. It's about feeling okay with what happened. And those are two very different things. You can understand something completely and still feel unsettled. You can get answers and still feel hurt. So your brain keeps chasing clarity, thinking it will bring peace, when in reality, peace comes from something else entirely. Acceptance. Not agreement, not approval. Just the ability to stop arguing with what already happened. And that's hard, because it means letting go of the idea that things should have made sense. It means accepting that some stories don't wrap up neatly, that some people don't give explanations, that some endings just end, which feels deeply unsatisfying. So instead, your brain creates its own version of closure. It builds narratives, it fills gaps. It tries to make the story feel complete, even if the details are missing. Not because it's accurate, but because it's bearable. And once you see that, something shifts. Because now you realize closure was never something waiting out there. It was something your brain was trying to construct all along. Which leads to a slightly uncomfortable realization. You're not waiting for closure. You're waiting for something that doesn't actually arrive.